60 FPS. क्या करते लोग 60 FPS में?
स्ट्रीम.
अरे मेरा काउंटर स्ट्राइक ग्लोबल ऑफेंस 60 FPS पे गंदा ही होता.
720p.
4K 60 पे फटता तो मैं 1080 60 पे खेल रहा. क्या अभी बोलूँ मैं.
But that should support this thing, right? It should support eGPU. No, it won't. It doesn't have
ना इंग्लिश मेरे को
Thunderbolt
आता
3.
तो मैं
It doesn't have a Thunderbolt 3.
अमेरिका में रहता अभी.
What, are we not live?
Objectives is live now.
Live?
ये ऐसा ईमेल आया मेरे को.
Okay, good. Good.
Can we do a Hindi stream once? Just
I'm just tweeting.
like throw people off.
We'll have to let them know in advance.
जिंदगी में सरप्राइज मांगता कि नहीं मांगता.
जिंदगी में सिर्फ मुर्गा मांगता.
मुर्गा चाहिए मेरे को.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Objective Stream. I know it's been a while. My name is Nick. This is Anuj. And a quick disclaimer, we have potty mouths. So if you have sensitive hearing or kids around you, either wear earphones or turn off the stream completely. And with that out of the way, what up, my man?
Apple is all that's up.
Anuj bhai, welcome to the stream. Yes, let's plan that out.
Please do a Hindi stream.
Like, see, okay, there are two sides in our stream. One of irrationality and no logic, who are always taking your side.
Right. Like
because you are the perpetrator of it.
So, okay.
And then there is the other side, which is like
who appreciate the genius of my ideas.
Rational, logical, and everything, who are usually
also
on my side.
Also, who appreciate the genius of my idea. No, but the problem is doing a Hindi stream, especially right now, is a weird, dicey, political.
Yeah, it's politically very weird. So, yeah, okay. The white balance is a wee bit off. So give me a second, please.
Yeah, soda.
Nine. I'm not sure if the white balance can be changed while I'm running. So let's try. Yeah, much better. Alright, white balance is good. And alright, let's get this stream going. So, as you have read from the title, we're going to be discussing the Apple event that happened
Where's the doc
2
for
weeks
this?
ago. I shared it with you.
Okay. My bad.
What is it titled?
Apple something.
Apple 2019. Found it.
Okay, so Apple was pretty short and fast, so there was no typical.
There was no bullshit being thrown around with numbers and graphs.
Right, so typically Tim Cook comes and like bashes Android and like ye chutte hai main bhari hai karke and all of that.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
None of that happened. Like, and even Tim could like I'm not going to spend time doing this because we have a lot to talk about. And
like life में मेरे पास बहुत है करने को.
I guess now, hopefully this is like the dawn of a new era where they just stop comparing, because like bringing in the comparisons is like इस साल हमने बहुत काम नहीं किया.
Yeah, it's not that बहुत काम नहीं किया,
but not a lot of visible things to say.
नहीं, the problem is that whatever they worked on isn't being released.
Yeah, not a lot of visible stuff.
Yeah, no, it's not just about visible. Okay, see, iCloud Drive and all of that stuff, the fancy new iCloud features were supposed to come, and they aren't coming.
Right.
Make sense?
Right.
So that's a big bitch. Before we dive into everything, Anuj says the launch date of the Pixels is very bad. They launch with an old processor and get outdated in about 3 months of their launch. You're talking.
Don't matter.
No. See, I want to clear a misconception Anuj has. He's talking as if the Pixel phone will last 3 months.
Oh, I have had a very terrible experience with the first generation Pixel, and I'm extra pissed because Google recognized that they fucked up, and they don't offer the $500 that they're offering American customers who have the same issue. So I kind of lost money. So if I got my Pixel in America as an American, then for the same issue that I have on my phone, I would have received $500. So if anyone asks me how is Pixel, I just say no.
All right, so with that out of the way, let's jump into Apple TV Plus. And
Ooh, nice.
Radhika
Apte.
What?
Radhika Apte is working on an adaptation of Shantaram for Apple TV.
Oh, nice. So here's the
Tight is the word that you're looking for.
It's almost as if without saying a word, without anyone doing anything, Radhika Apte has unofficially replaced Aishwarya Rai
What?
as the face of the Indian film industry. Because if you remember, Aishwarya Rai used to be everywhere, and for no reason, just because she looked pretty.
No, I think she won that thing, right? Miss World or Miss whatever.
Yeah, okay, she won that one thing, and that's it. Radhika Apte did not have to win anything of that sort.
Right.
She has international recognition. It's not that she doesn't, but she has international recognition for the work she does. As an actor, she's recognized
Why are we
internationally.
talking about Radhika Apte?
Because we're talking about Apple TV.
Okay.
Okay. So, anyways, apart from that, we are getting the morning show. We are getting Jason Momoa in the house.
Jennifer Aniston as well.
Yes, Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, and Mr. Michael Scott himself.
Yeah.
All right. So then we also
Prison
get
Mike. Where's Prison Mike?
Where's Prison Mike? Yeah.
Prison Mike.
So we also get Dickinson, shows like Dickinson, Hala, Servant, Helpsters, and a lot of other stuff.
So help me out here. What does Apple offer that's different than any other streaming?
Okay, let me get into that. So the first show comes on the 1st of November, and new shows coming every month. So there'll be at least one new show every month. Bear with me, okay? It is going to be available in 100 countries on launch.
Right.
It's going to cost $5, including family sharing, per month.
Right.
Okay. However, it's going to cost 100 rupees with family sharing in India.
Right.
Okay. And that's very close to Amazon in India. Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah.
So Amazon Prime Video is $9.99. This will roughly go to about $1,200 for you. Okay.
But you still need an Apple device, so
You still need an Apple device. Okay. But here's the kicker. The quality of the show
is a very subjective thing.
It's a very subjective thing. But so far, whatever Amazon Prime has produced has not been a great track record. Like if you see,
Amazon Prime originals are pretty good. So Jack Ryan, Fleabag, The Boys,
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Sorry.
So you have these shows, okay, which have won awards for various things.
Right.
Okay. But the production quality is not comparable to that of Netflix. Okay. Apple is trying to match that. So you still have Netflix with a huge lead over everyone.
Yeah.
Simply because they took the risk of pumping more money into their shows, and they eventually got more out of it.
Yeah, but like honestly, it's like I'm not sure how any of these streaming services are different than each other. Like, still not sure. Like, production quality is okay, but like, why should I be paying like right now? I'm paying 4 different services.
I'm paying for 2 right now. I plan to Amazon Prime. I need Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So Prime Video is like free. I don't even bother with Prime Music. Apple TV, $99 with family sharing is epic.
Yeah, it's a compelling sell, but I'm still like in a long term like.
Oh yeah, Anuj brings up a good thing. That's a great USP. out there. Stranger Things, Undisputed King. Okay, Stranger Things is great. Undisputed King, not so sure.
Breaking Bad, bitches.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad is.
All right, so
nice.
Overall Apple TV package, what do you think?
Like, it is a no-brainer for me to subscribe to. Like,
Same here. Only thing I was hoping to see at the event after the announced Apple TV Plus was a new Apple TV, like the hardware box that Apple sells. Had they gotten a newer one,
Right.
which does not heat up like a bitch when you play HDR 4K.
The thing is, now I have like an Nvidia Shield on which I watch most of my TV shows. It's got Netflix, Prime, and Hotstar,
Yep.
but it won't have Apple TV.
Okay. Now, here's my dilemma. Here's where I'm confused. Should I get an Apple TV? Okay. Now,
No, the thing.
or do I wait for a couple of months? And since I'm going to be getting a new TV, and AirPlay 2 is going to be included in the TV.
Makes
So
sense.
which one do I do? Should I spend money on both, or just wait and spend money on just the TV?
Get a Raspberry Pi, put an AirPlay 2 server on, and just connect it to one of your empty HDMI ports.
And do what?
Stream from your phone or whatever.
No. That's not the point. I'm anyways going to be getting a new TV.
New TV then. Probably. Depends on the TV though.
It's going to be a badass LG OLED.
Yeah,
Alright, we'll figure it out sooner or later. Moving on to
If
the...
anybody has ideas about how to watch Apple TV on an Nvidia Shield or any kind of
Nope.
Chromecast device,
Nope.
leave a comment in the whatever.
Leave a comment on the video instead of adding it in the live chat. Alright, moving on to the iPad Gen 7. Screen size has gone up to 10.2 inches from 9.7.
Smart connector.
A10 Fusion chip smart connector for the Pencil Gen 1. No, sorry, Gen 2. Sorry, my bad. 100% recycled aluminum. $329 comes on 30th of September.
$329 is nice.
Yep. Interesting thing. iPadOS 13.1 was supposed to be releasing alongside this on the 30th.
Right.
Seems like Apple is preponing it to the 24th.
I'm on the beta. I'm not.
So today's the
Very
21st, 22nd.
impressed.
23rd. Yeah, 24th sounds plausible. It's a Tuesday, so sounds plausible.
Any new Apple product. Okay, so iPad was the most short, like the shortest segment, I think. They didn't
iPad
talk-
was, because there isn't much to talk about here.
like there's nothing new going on there.
There's nothing new
And
except
it's like not the Pro version, it's just the.
yeah. So the Pro, all the Pro stuff will be upgraded and released in October in a separate event. As for the date, my guess is,
Why would you have a guess for that?
19th of October. Sorry, no. 22nd of October is my guess for that. Alright, is Variant Slotus launched in 2016? Yeah, it's not slow at all, dude. It is not slow at all. It's as fast as the Snapdragon 855. Not the 855 Plus, but the 855, the standard 855.
I mean, comparing things as fast and slow is very difficult because you aren't giving context to it.
No, I'm pretty sure he's just going by the Geekbench numbers. And even if you go just by the Geekbench numbers, the A10 Fusion is actually a much better chip than the 855.
I don't get how I am fresh for streams that start at 9 p.m. but I'm not fresh at streams that start at 11 a.m.
Alright, moving on to the Apple Watch, and this is where I start to get a bit sentimental. A new always on display.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
which
good.
is an LTPO display, which goes from 1 Hz to 60 Hz. Pretty fantastic. And yes, the Mickey Mouse watch face works.
Yeah, but okay. So the biggest change is the display.
That is
Apart from that, I don't think anything else has changed. There are now a lot more variants. Now we have the
ceramic,
aluminum,
titanium, stainless
titanic
steel, and
stainless.
aluminum.
So there are like 4 variants.
Yep.
Plus 2 sizes as usual.
Yep. Launching on the 20th of September. That was yesterday. So they are already out. And if you haven't watched the ad for that, for the new Series 5, go check it out because
All the
it
ads
is
were
beautiful.
All the videos in the presentation were amazing, especially the first one.
No,
Which went
the
through
first one was
the
very
first one
nice.
was crazy.
Was very nice.
It was like,
What? So the last time I enjoyed an ad this much was last year at WWDC
for
when they played an ad just before the keynote started.
the girl running with the package thing.
No, that was this year.
Okay, last year I don't remember.
Last year. So it was like all, so they showed developers working and everything.
No, I don't
So that was a pretty fun ad. Oh, no. Sorry. I'm talking about this year's WWDC. My bad. The girl running was last year. I'm talking about this year's WWDC.
Still not sure.
Okay. So, and they had synced the music so perfectly with, just people closing the lids of their MacBooks.
Man, Apple does music for their ads so damn well.
Yeah. Like unmatched, unparalleled.
Move on fast because when we get to Apple Arcade, we are probably going to spend like half an hour on it.
Yeah. Here's my issue right now. I was actually in the market for the Series 4, and I decided to wait it out and instead go for the Series 5. Now the problem with the Series 5 is I was hoping to get the stainless steel version, which is a little bit more expensive, almost.
Why would you want a stainless steel?
Dude, it looks absolutely sexy. And like no. Here's my thing, right? With the aluminum version, right? It dents pretty easily.
YOLO.
So, anyways, aluminum is softer, right? So, and I have to.
If you call it aluminium, maybe it won't be that soft.
Listen,
Moving
see,
on.
these are things designed by Johnny Ivy. You have to say aluminum. Okay, so hoping to get the stainless steel version and going with next year's plans not to be discussed. I am going to need a heavy duty watch. So should I be considering the ceramic one?
Ceramic is bullshit.
Ceramic is more heat resistant.
Okay, this is interesting, but I don't think it should matter that much. Okay, moving on to the next. So, like, Apple Watch was, I don't think, a very big upgrade. It was just a big,
mostly the display.
Mostly the display,
and you'll get slightly more
else.
battery life now because the SoC no longer handles the display part. There's a separate display controller chip on there. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Moving on to the iPhones.
So now
boy.
the iPhone lineup naming nomenclature is similar
Back to normal.
Yeah, similar.
It's back to normal.
Yeah, similar to iPad and Macs, where you have like an iPhone, then you have an iPhone Pro, and then you have an iPhone Max.
iPhone Max sounds very weird.
Yeah. I don't like the sound of it. It's too many words.
Too many words.
Yeah,
so the iPhone 11 comes in 6 colors. I pretty much...
So many new colors.
Everyone's
green. Flipping about the green one, yeah.
Yeah, the green is nice.
It looks like a military jeep to me.
No, that's the Pro. But even the iPhone 11 green, it looks very minty and fresh and nice.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm like a black.
Yeah, I mean, so am I. But I'll talk about that in a bit. The iPhone 11 gets Dolby Atmos audio support, which is pretty interesting and pretty cool. So I believe recording in stereo mode should also be possible on the iPhone 11. I still have not read anyone I've not read anyone write this or hear anyone say this yet. So I don't know, until I tinker with the phone myself, I wouldn't know. 26.
Also, so for iPhone 10R, iPhone 11 is the successor. For iPhone 10s,
the iPhone 11 ultra wide, and
good job, Apple, on finally bringing the ultra wide lenses. The last time I used an ultra wide lens was on an LG V20 or an LG G6, one of these two. And basically, she was a talent on one of our shoots, and she had recently been to the Taj Mahal in Agra. So she was showing me photos of it in wide angle. Right, and almost everyone who goes to the Taj Mahal will click photos on their phones, and they look, but when you look at it in wide angle, the Taj Mahal looks so grand and it looks so beautiful. I don't know what it's called, but there's a door where if you stand in that door, you can see the Taj Mahal like exactly centered, and she took a shot from that perspective, and it looked beautiful. Wide angle is so much more useful than a telephoto lens on phones.
True.
Because in majority of the cases,
I want someone with a wide angle iPhone to come visit my terrace.
Oh yeah.
I'm just putting it out there. I'm like letting the universe know.
Whoa. Haven't you seen this? Wait, I showed you this pano shot, right?
Yeah, you did, but like I want to see one facing the other side, facing the terrace.
Say what?
Facing the terrace. You took a shot of
the view from the terrace.
Yeah, but I want a shot off the terrace.
Oh, okay. Now I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see how we can make that possible. The front camera now supports 4K 60 FPS for I don't know what reason. It does not make sense.
Probably the amount of selfies that people are clicking are on all-time high, and then this kind of things matter.
And Apple also came up with this thing called as slow-fees.
I don't know why I did that.
Like slow-fees.
Yeah, but slow-fees are going to be... do I have slow-fees here?
No. Check. I don't think so. Go to video. No, go to slow-mo. Wait, what?
How?
Flip.
Oh no, I can't flip in slow.
You can't. Okay. So no slow fees for you. And for some weird reason, Apple is trying to trademark the word slow fees. Hey, Apple, nobody will ever use that
nobody
term.
wants to use that.
Like, it is so awkward and so weird. I'm sorry. Your marketing department failed on that one, for sure. A13 Bionic chip inside there. It's very similar to the A12, just more power efficient. No change in the number of cores on the CPU or the GPU side. No new chiplets in there either.
And better face unlock.
Faster face unlock, yeah.
Faster face unlock.
Hardware,
so that's a hardware.
On a hardware level, not a software or a processing level, on a hardware level. So that is interesting. And
no, it's also some of that benefit is also going to be there on the older iPhones.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 10,
right.
10, 10s, 10.
Nice.
All of them are going to have faster face unlock with iOS 13.
Yeah. There's also the new U1 chip in there.
Oh man, I could do like an
ultra wide band. We'll talk about it after the iPhone segment.
Yeah, okay.
So there's a new U1 chip that we need to talk about.
So
the iPhone
just
11
like there is Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and
NFC.
4G, 5G,
NFC.
and NFC. This
now there is
a new
ultra wide ultra
wideband.
What is the
UWB? Ultra wideband.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. It's awesome.
The same liquid crystal display from the iPhone 10R coming into this.
No bumps in
no bumps there.
$699
down from $749 of the iPhone 10R. So I'm expecting like these phones to sell pretty well.
Yeah.
But here's the best part: the iPhone 11 Pro. So we have a 3-year cycle on the iPhones, which is
what's different in the Pro.
Yeah, I'll come to that. So the 3-year cycle, the displays, the camera system, the audio system, then battery, sizes, finish, build.
The deep fusion thing is there,
and you get a USB-C charger with the Pros. You still get the shitty 5-watt charger with the 11.
That's harsh, man.
That is counterintuitive.
It's just harsh.
Because the iPhone 11 Pro's battery
is bigger.
it's smaller than the iPhone 11's.
What?
Yeah. The 11 Pro Max
Has
has
a
the
bigger
bigger battery. The 11 Pro has a slightly smaller battery than the 11. So it's counterintuitive.
So
Does not make sense. Apple, just ship USB-C chargers everywhere.
yeah, please do.
Next year, I'm hoping the iPhones come with a USB-C port.
Yeah, gee, that's just wishful thinking. That's not happening. Maybe you're there on the iPad Pro, but I don't think it's coming to iPad Mini or Air or iPads. It didn't come to the new iPad, and I don't think it's coming to the iPhone at all.
No, it won't come to the new iPad because the internals are pretty much the same.
Exactly. So it's only the Pro lineup for iPads, which is
Yeah, so I don't mind having it on the iPhone 12 Pro.
nah,
I'm cool with that.
not happening.
No,
Wish-
I mean,
wish-
no.
wishful thinking.
No. Think about it from Apple retail perspective.
No, it's not
See,
just
see.
that. It's like every iPhone will have the same thing except one, which is just bad.
No, but think about it from Apple retail perspective. In terms of Apple retail, you sell me an iPhone 12 Pro with a USB-C port, and then you can sell me 20 or 30 odd dongles.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a win-win.
No,
I get the
man.
dongles, they get my money.
And the honest feedback on that is USB-C is such a messed up. We were talking about
It's a
this,
bitch.
that, USB-C
It's a bitch.
when it comes to cabling is
Yep.
such a bitch.
No,
that-
not just cabling, even ports.
yeah, ports
Because
and
although you
cablings,
may
everything.
have a USB-C port, all the points inside may not be connected at all.
It's just the worst thing ever.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have anything USB-C, just buy a Thunderbolt 3 cable, a proper certified Thunderbolt 3 cable, and use that with it instead. Don't mess around with the cable that even comes with it. It's just a bitch.
Yeah.
All right. Talking about the iPhone 11 Pro, 5.8 and 6.5 inches as the iPhone XS and XS Max. OLED displays, but they have been upgraded. So Apple made a huge deal about this on stage.
Super
Retina
stupid marketing.
XDR display. So they are saying that it's similar to the new cinema display lineup, that they have the XDR displays, but not really. So 1200 nits, 2 million is to 1 contrast ratio, P3. So yeah, not HDR, because if you want HDR-X certifications, you technically need Rec 2020, which I believe the XDR displays do have. So calling this a Super Retina XDR display is just marketing mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
Give me Rec 2020 or don't call it such. It also gets Dolby Atmos support, HDR10 streaming support, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So HDR10 right now, I believe there are two titles on Netflix that I know for sure. One is Life in Space, and the other one, Lost in Space, and the other one is Star Trek Discovery. And if you were to choose between the two, fuck off, because don't.
I
Watch both.
haven't seen either, so that's my watch list. And I think that's about it for the iPhone.
4 color options.
Oh, yeah.
4 color options: space gray, gold, silver, and the new green. And if you look at it on the Apple website, the green looks more like a military green,
Yeah.
but it is not. It's like space gray.
It looks like olive green.
No. It's space gray with like half a drop of green in it. Like not even a whole drop, just half a drop. Just enough to give it a slight...
Were they waiting for Johnny Ive to leave to do this?
No, I'm pretty sure these phones were made last year.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm pretty sure Johnny Ive has something to do with this.
So was that his last fuck you?
Why is that a fuck you?
I
It
don't
looks
know,
epic,
it's-
dude. It looks
It's
epic.
I
Come
know,
on.
but the thing is, like, now you are trying to add features that will just differentiate for no reason. Right?
Okay.
Like, because that has never been the case. An iPhone is an iPhone.
Yeah.
But now there are like so many versions of it. Right? Like 3 lineups, and each with like at least
So 30
30
30 options to choose from. That's a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
No. So you have 6 plus 4 and plus 4.
Yeah, so 14.
8, 14. 14 times
is
3. That's a lot of phones to choose from. Talking about the 813, it's 6 CPU cores, 4 GPU cores, 6 neural engine cores.
Even the watches.
What about it?
So you have like 4 different materials.
4 different materials into 2 sizes.
2 sizes.
Into n number of finishes. Into n number of band options. Oh yeah, talking about that, now Apple stores in the US, I believe, starting out with the US, they're going to have a live station where you can mix and match and pair Apple Watch bands and bodies.
Oh yeah.
So previously it was like you either buy it with whatever is included and buy a separate band.
Yeah.
But now you can just buy the body you want and the band you want. So that's pretty cool.
The Fifth Avenue store in New York is back up.
Oh yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yes, it's one of the prettier stores.
Like when I saw, I remember seeing the store from the inside.
Right.
When I was there, and when I saw it, when I saw the photos of the new stuff.
Right.
Dude, it is beautiful. I doubt anyone has a retail experience like this in this industry. Microsoft comes very close.
I've never been to a Microsoft store.
Sorry?
I've never been to a Microsoft store.
I've seen photos of one. I've never been to one. I've seen photos of one, which is just like a very specific store for just Surface products.
Right.
And they have that Surface, whatever it's called, the big one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, with an excellent, sexy hinge thing. And when so there was a video of this guy just playing with it, and he's just like that's
the cool
bay.
part. Yeah, the hinge one.
That's like hinge bay. All right. 3 cameras, as we previously discussed. Dynamic range. Based on whatever I could observe from the stream, dynamic range from the ultrawide on the 11 Pro seems to be the highest. Go watch Jonathan Morrison's video on the 11 and 11 Pro.
Also watch iFixit Stare Down.
iFixit Stare Down if you're into all of the internals. Marquez's video was a big letdown.
I didn't see it.
I mean, it was less of a review and more of, I don't know what to call it. Just watch it and make up your own mind.
So just a quick tidbit. iPhone 11 has the highest single core performance on any Apple computer.
Wait, what?
The highest Geekbench 5 single core score for any Mac is 1262. So the iPhone 11 now offers the fastest single core performance of any computer Apple has ever made.
And the Macs don't even use chips made by Apple.
Well, it's crazy.
So, yeah, Intel, get your fucking shit together. Alright. Deep Fusion is pretty interesting on the iPhone 11 Pros. I believe it's only coming to the Pros. What it's basically going to do is click 9 photos very quickly and use... so they used very complex, stupid terms on stage to explain how it's going to work. But basically, you just put 9 photos together, use median merge, and you get a result out. Using median merge, however, is not very easy because you may get some areas which are out of focus and some which are in focus, and you want to avoid that, obviously. So the actual median merge process is complicated, but considering how amazing these GPUs are and the single core performance that we just talked about, everything should be spiffy.
Night mode.
That's iOS 13. Oh, night mode. Not dark mode. Night mode. So I have been seeing photos on Twitter about night mode, and it just makes Google's implementation look like something made at a hackathon, and what Apple made is just...
It's crazy.
Dude, I saw a guy's photo and he was like, okay, here's a side by side. This is from an iPhone XS, the Jupiter's moons, and a little bit of the Milky Way. That is just insane. Holy shit. So $999 for the 11 Pro and $1099 for the Pro Max. However, these are just very pointless prices because they're 64 gigabytes.
So,
If you're going to buy an iPhone 11 Pro, okay, you're buying it for the camera.
yeah, but have you heard of cloud storage?
No. Hold on, I'm coming to that. I know I knew like someone would make that. So hear me out. Cloud storage works great when you're shooting JPEGs. Cloud storage works like a bitch when you're dealing with RAW files. And if you're buying the iPhone 11 Pro, I'm expecting. No, I'm expecting the person buying it to install something like Obscura or Halide
Yeah,
and shoot RAW photos with it.
right.
And when you do that, the 64 GB becomes a big problem. But
Maybe
the next
I'm
step
not
up,
that big of a camera guy to actually feel this pain.
yeah. So the next step up is 256 gigabytes, which should be pretty cool. So yeah, check it out. All right, and last but not least, Apple fucking Arcade.
Man, I've been hooked to one or two games and it's pretty addictive.
So I'll be honest
So
with
this,
you guys.
okay, so this is like the early days of video gaming, like 8-bit games, because these are not like first-person shooters or like those kind of games.
Ultra immersive.
Yeah, they are not ultra immersive, right? These are like they act.
Sit back and enjoy.
Yeah. So
Sit back,
which
enjoy,
is interesting.
decompress, have fun, listen to the cool music. No ads, no in-app purchases, nothing to bother you.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
pure
It was
fun.
pretty smooth though.
$99
in India.
in India for with family sharing for a month, 1 month free trial, and I'll be honest with you guys, I want to make a video on Apple Arcade, but I do not have the time. The time I have, I spend on playing the games. Like, fuck, like I have mini metro right here, mini motorways, and how do I see how much time I've spent playing that game? Where is screen time? Okay. How do I see
Probably a day for me.
screen time across? Okay, there. 12 hours and 48 minutes. 12 hours and 48 minutes. In 3 days. It came out on Thursday. Wednesday, sorry. Right?
Yeah, probably.
So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 3 days. Because I didn't play all day yesterday. So 2 days. So 6 hours, 6.5 hours every day. That's a lot.
Apple Arcade is good.
Apple Arcade is good stuff.
Pretty.
And
affordable.
if this is any indication of how good Apple TV Plus is going to be, like on launch day,
Yeah.
people are going to be hyped AF.
Amen.
So that's about it. What are you watching?
I finished The Family Man on Amazon Prime. Manoj
How is it?
Vajpayee. It's good. I kind of expected it to be a little different, but then I think I am too used to Netflix shows.
Okay.
I finished that. I finished rewatching Breaking Bad
Mm-hmm.
because El Camino, the movie, is coming.
Yep.
So I loved it even more on the second watch because, man, is Walter White an asshole? So I rewatched Breaking Bad.
Like everyone gets very pissed and angry at his wife, but when you watch it for the second time, you realize that
that
she's
man,
just reacting. She's not acting. She's just reacting.
that man is bad, man. But yeah,
All right. What have I been watching? Not much TV shows really, except Titans every weekend, and that's about it. All the good stuff comes out later in the month.
Yeah.
It'll start right now from the 23rd and 23rd of September, and then we'll have the fall season begin from tomorrow. So happy Equinox Day to everyone for tomorrow. And sorry, not Equinox. My bad.
And that disappointing note.
Not Equinox. Solstice. My
And
bad.
on that disappointing note.
Ah, fuck it.